Hello again. You get this extra little video today because it cut me off. I make so much videos that my phone got filled and it stopped recording, and I'm not sure when it stopped recording, but I know I was talking about the T-bills and I was excited, so probably not gonna be as excited as I was when I was talking about them over there, but just in case it cut at the beginning of the three T-bills, it was chapter 3 T-bills. And so what are T-bills? The most widely used of the U.S. government securities and prime instrument of Federal Reserve policy. And the reason I was so excited about this is because these have less length of time than the T-bonds. And I'm going to go to the length of time because I think I talked about this part right here. I think I was at how they work when it cut me off. Anyway, I'm going to start that right now. How they work. Similar to zero coupon bonds, T-bills return no interest to the investor until maturity. But unlike bonds in general, T-bills mature very quickly, which is the important part to us. The most commonly used is 3 months, 90 days, for this bill. But they also have 6 months, that is 180 days, and 12 months, which is a year. T-bills are issued as web. I don't know what I wrote there, I can't read myself. As web. I'm not sure what that is, but maybe I'll say it if I read it some more. All are sold at a discount from par value. Minimum 1,000, maximum 1 million. So the most you can invest, if you have it, is 1 million. But like the T-bond that starts at 1,000. So you have to save 1,000 so you can start doing this, baby. Difference between discount purchase price and par is your return. So I stopped writing that. That was the last thing. But I know that they put an example of if you go and you buy a T-bill that is $1,000, then you buy it for $925. The price is 1,000. You buy it at $950. So at the end of the 30 days, your interest is gonna be the $50 that you saved when you purchased it. So it's gonna give you, the whole price of the bill. And the reason you make money is because you buy it at a lesser price, and the amount you don't pay of what the T-bill is worth is what you get in interest when you get your money back in 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year, 12 months. So, that's so you'd get $50. But if you do $50, 3 times a year, well, that's 150, which, at the bank, they don't give you that 150. So I think it's a good deal, and there's some people that have more than $1,000 to invest. So, if you have, let's say, $20,000 to invest times 150, that's a lot of money. So invest your money. And what else was I gonna say? Oh, they were talking about, like, there's no risk, but at times there's times where people bought them, and there was a certain year. I can't highlight because it's not my book. I borrowed it from the library, but there was a certain year when, like, some kind of a recession happened, and people were buying the T-bonds and the bonds, and they were buying them at higher than par, which the par is the value. Like, if the par value of a bond is $1,000, you know, so if you buy it at 950, then you're buying it at less, which is what usually happens, because the you know what you saved from buying it, that's what you're gonna get. That's gonna be your interest at the end. Um, but they were buying it at higher than par, but they thought it was a good thing, because it was like like paying a little bit of money for them to save the money for the people that were doing it at that time, because I guess their money, if you put it in the bank, it was losing money. So if you bought, you know, the T-bill for 1,000, it cost 1,000, and you bought it for 1,020. To them, it was worth it, because at least they weren't, you know, it was like a $20 payment to have them save their money for, you know, 12 months, as opposed to having it in the bank and having it like be taken away because of whatever reason was happening at that time. So, you know, you use your money like you think is more convenient to you, and at that point, that was uh, a win for the people that were doing that. But you know, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but it's not. What they were talking about is that it's not as great of a loss as if you had your money in stock and then it went down. You'd lose all of it. They were talking about, like, at that era where you were buying your bonds at more than par, that there were people that had invested like all their money in stock, and they had, like, there was a story where this guy went and he owed $750,000, where, you know, he thought he had invested and was making money, but that recession era hit and he was 750. And they said at that time there was a lot of people like jumping off buildings because of this similar situation, where they were in debt so bad because they had invested their money in stocks. So instead of making money, they lost everything they had, and that was too much for them. So but it's a pretty interesting book so far. Like I said, I read 3 chapters, because it was just interesting, very interesting. And then, you know, they show the yield again, the rate, the maturity, the bid, and that's how I know that the par is, you know, the whole price of this thing. And at the end, they work the same, the T-bills and the T-bonds. They work the same. Well, it's transition from your purchase to the interest. It's to you getting your money back. It's just the bonds are 10, 30 years. The T-bills are, you know, 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months. So, yay. And that's all I have for you. I think I did 2 long videos because I thought I was only going to do like 3 minutes right here. Oh, and one thing, I know I'm talking bonds, but you know, I'm a coach for Beachbody, and they're going to go public on the 28th, and I have some money saved, and that is the first thing I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna buy into Beachbody, sold as Body, BODY. If you're interested in buying, you know, I'm not even sure how much it costs. I hope it costs a little bit so I can buy a couple of stocks. But even if I buy just one, I'm gonna be so excited, because that's gonna be my first purchase. And you know, I'm excited about this program. I love it. I believe in it, and it works for me. So I am gonna have a stock from them on the 28th. So see you guys next week, and hopefully I'll post it on Thursday.